Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Well, hey guys, I'm out for a Saturday ride, Southern California. I'm in Palos Verdes right now. My wife, Loopy, she's at her Pastel bi-monthly meeting. So I usually join her. She goes to her meeting for a while. Oh, that hurt. What a great start to the ride. Fell in this ditch and I heard something crack in my ankle. This is the ankle I broke. Oh God. I'm being very cautious. I got started in a bad line, stuck on that side. Should have been on this side. Well, maybe it was just like a crack in the joint. Didn't actually hurt anything. I feel okay. I'm really being cautious. Clean this lens off. Well, it's probably going to hurt tomorrow, I'm thinking. You know how that goes. So, I think I'm going to get off this trail. I think one stress point a day is enough. Anyway, as I was saying, I usually just join Loopy, and she's at her meeting. I come out and ride around the beach and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. A couple hours. Thought I'd bring you along. Maybe talk about various things going on in my life, EUC world related. yeah, rumors or whatever else might be happening that you might find interesting. Yeah, my ankle feels like it's tightening up just a little bit. Any of you guys who have ridden this, been on the tour with me, Palos Verdes, this is the trail which can dump a lot of people with the condition of the sandy stuff, and I want to get out of this before it gets really bad. I'm riding the ET Max. Thanks again, Liam, EUC Underground, for providing me this wheel to test, have fun with, and I continue to have fun with it. Okay, this is where I'm going to get off of this. I'm not going to push my luck. Some more slippery stuff. So I think I'll stick to the pavement the rest of the day. And yeah, I got 100 and well, it's going to be between 110 and 130 mile ride planned for tomorrow. I hope I don't have to cancel that. Again, it feels okay. It's encouraging. I mean, my foot got, you can see how the wheel fell on my foot twisted, and if I can survive that kind of a fall, it makes me feel pretty good. Because, you know, when you snap your ankle, break a couple bones in your ankle, and go through all that long process, I have metal in my ankle now, you kind of wonder how strong it is to to put up with future falls. So let's see, what's new? So I continue to love the ET Max. I'm riding it today. I have lots of choices. I'd take this out. One complaint I have with it, and I'm just shrugging my shoulders, I'm just living with it, is the charge volt, the inability to get a full charge, and I'm not the only one. The handful of people I've talked to who have ET Maxes, they say the same thing. You can't get a full charge, which is frustrating. I mean, this is it's a 168 volt wheel, right? So what's the point of saying you're selling a 168 volt wheel if it's never actually 168 volts? I've never been able to get this wheel to charge much, just a little bit above 166 volts. With the stock charger, with the Roger charger, babying it, impossible to get near 167 volts. And like last night, I put the stock charger on it and just let it charge all night. Of course, it turned off, and this morning I unplugged it and got here, and the wheel was already was a little above 164 volts. That's crazy, right? So you know, the max you can get 166, and then as soon as you unplug the charger, it starts discharging a bit. So like last night, I left it on the charger, and it obviously at some point it got up to about 166 probably. The charger turned off, and then the wheel started discharging. So by the time this morning came along, down to 164 volts. So I'm tempted to call this a 164 volt wheel. Now there are ways to modify the hardware so you can bypass their, distribution board, power distribution board, and be able to fully charge it. But how many of you actually want to modify the hardware on your wheel? But I'm just not worrying about it. This is not a long-range wheel, something that I'm going to be going on, trying to do 90-mile rides on. So all the kind of riding that I'm going to be doing with this wheel, I guess it's a don't care. I can live with it. Well, my ankle's continuing to tighten up just a little bit. Definitely probably sprained something. Hopefully it won't get too bad. You know how that goes. You injure yourself and at first it doesn't feel as bad, but then it gets worse as time goes on. Didn't break anything though. But I didn't say, what was it saying about the AT Max? So the voltage, that's the big complaint. Coming through on your left. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I like this has the 1,300 pound coil. I like that. Hasn't been an issue with me. I suppose if you want a really plush, softer ride, or if you're a real lightweight, then yeah, go with the lighter coil. But my riding weight's 200 pound-ish, I guess. It feels good for me. I'm approaching 1,000 miles on the wheel, so definitely a good amount of time on it. I love the tire, though for dirt type stuff, yeah, it's definitely not the best. Just like what today, it's been it just feels squirrely when you're riding in soft stuff. That's where I miss the enduro tire. Of course, now I have a bunch of wheels. Some of them are in various states of disrepair. I should go down them. Well, right now I'm working on getting the S16 demo from eWheels running again. It's been down for a while. I made the mistake of updating the firmware, and there's different. I got a video I'm making about it, but there's different sets of. There's 3 different pieces of firmware in that wheel, and the BMS firmware failed, and I was left with basically no firmware loaded on the BMS. I could still ride the wheel. I can charge the wheel, but there's an alarm going on continuously. Error messages in the display. I'm working with Kingsong through eWheels to try and get it resolved. I've had to take the wheel totally apart, take the batteries out of the cases to reset the BMSs, and I'm in the middle of putting the wheel back together right now to see if that fixed the issue. Might know that tonight. That's that one wheel. The InMotion V14, which has been down for a while too, and part of the problem is these wheels, I've had issues with them, and then I've got wheels like this come in, and what do I want to do? Do I want to work on fixing a broken down wheel, or ride a new wheel that's just arrived? So that's kind of slowed me down. Unfortunately, but the V14, I got some vibration issues. I haven't taken it apart yet to figure out what's going on. I'm going to walk this through this because I keep the squirrely nature. Yeah, like my ankle's hurting right now a bit when I'm walking. So the V14, yeah, I basically got to take it apart. I'm hoping it's as simple as the motor bolts, mounting bolts are have loosened up, but there can be so many issues with that can cause different types of vibrations, control board issues, firmware or failure on the control board or mounting the control board, or motor bolts, suspension. So at this point I've seen so many personally and other people's experiences that I can't predict at this point what's the true cause of some of these things until it's resolved. I'm hoping it's the motor bolts. So I got that. I got the Commander Pro, which has been down since last October. I loaned it to the Grizzly guys that were joining the tour. Loaned it to Eric, and it's not his fault. It's that the original Commander Pro had the plastic mudguard and a plastic really bad supports for the phase wire cable going up into the control board, and it had started breaking down with some Dawn's testing, but it finally totally broke during one of the rides on the tour. It's a support structure with it that broke that keeps the phase wire from touching the tire. So I got the new hardware. I got all the metal stuff from E-Wheels to replace the mudguard and supports, but of course I have to take the wheel apart to do that. And I don't think I have all the hardware in terms of all the necessary screws that I'm going to need. So that I got to fix. Let's see, the other wheel that's not broken per se, but I want to upgrade the sliders is my S22, and I got these beautiful, gorgeous CNC sliders, basically custom. I hate to say this, but I've had them for over a year. I just haven't had the time or put aside the time to do the work. It's sad. And of course, if it were my only one of a couple wheels I had, then yeah, obviously I would have done it. But I just continually getting these new wheels in, and I can't motivate myself to take the wheel apart again, which I've done. I've fully taken that wheel apart. Let's see. Well, 2 times for sure. Yeah, 2 times. I've replaced the slider stuff. Yeah, and I got some couple accessories from Grizzly for the S22 I want to put on too. I gotta try and put some time to do that this month to fix all these wheels, so I have all my wheels are just fully working. I think that's it. All my other wheels are working fine. Pacific Ocean. My ankle's definitely hurting more and more now. I definitely didn't break anything, but yeah, it's getting little snaps here and there as I move it back and forth. The joint, no doubt. Just like cracking your knuckles, I guess, but it's definitely starting to hurt without me moving it much. God. At some point, as I get older and older, I'm going to have to just probably maybe just skip most trail riding. I don't know. Because what really aggravates it right this second is twisting, which obviously you have to do when you're controlling your wheel in dirt conditions. And of course now I'm getting a bit paranoid about getting in situations where I need to twist. New wheel coming for me. So Begode reached out and asked me if I wanted a Falcon. So I said, yeah, sure. So that's cool. I have to pay the air shipping. I don't know what it is with these companies. It doesn't happen a lot, but it has been happening more for me. That a wheel is offered for you for free, but then you have to pay the air shipping. I don't know, maybe that tells you how much, I think that what it really tells you, or should tell you, is how little it costs for them to actually make these wheels. That the cost to ship the wheel to me is probably much more than what it costs them to actually manufacture the wheel. But regardless, it'd be cool to get the Falcon. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, which is good. I'll have fresh eyes for it, but obviously the smallest suspension wheel made, so it's going to be cool. Hopefully I'll have better luck with it with the last wheel that Begode shipped to me for free. Actually, I didn't have to pay for the shipping on that one. That was the A2, and we know what happened on that. And for you new to my channel, the A2 turned off on me like on the first 2 miles of my virgin ride with the wheel, and I broke my ankle, and I was basically I was out for a few months, prime riding season last year, so I kind of missed the great summer riding in Southern California, and I'm still recovering from that. My ankle still hurts. Forgetting today, it hurts. It hurts all the time, basically. Not a lot, but I know it's there. I think about it, and then depending on the kind of riding I do, it gets aggravated, and it's still swollen. I was told, but the swelling should be gone by a year, but that's going to only be a few months, so I think it's going to be longer than a year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be 2 years before it just looks normal. And sometimes I think when you break something, it never gets fully, the size always remains a little bit bigger than your non-broken body part. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll get it, but probably I would guess I'll have it in 3 weeks maybe, because they haven't sent me the shipping label yet, or asked for the money. But I just sent them the information last week. I would have gone up that if my ankle wasn't kind of in pain right now. Yeah, it's hurting more and more. So I'm heading back down to the beach. I think the rest of the day I'm just going to be riding along the beach. I'll bring you along. beautiful weather. It's overcast, kind of on the cool side, but comfortable. Let's see, go up here. This ankle's not doing any favors right now. You know, I've been riding my Master a fair amount last week too, actually, and my Commander Mini. Just reminds me, if I'm going to get rid of another wheel, it may be the Master. I'm not committed to doing that yet, but this would be a good replacement for the Master. Of course, I have the Enduro tire in the Master, probably better for dirt riding and stuff, but I don't know, the balance, everything about this wheel is more enjoyable to ride for me than the Master. Time will tell if people are going to be racing this with this wheel, because otherwise the Master still seems to me the race wheel to beat. You know, if a guy's like at Roger's level and others who can really push it to the full limit. Well, a lot of people out at the beach. It is more pleasant than I thought it would be, because the temperatures aren't exactly warm, but I don't know, it's got feels a bit humid, and which can take the edge off the cool temperature, so it's very nice. So let's see, what are the only two new wheels that I know of coming out, hopefully, is the Blitz, which is like a race wheel dedicated pretty much for racing, or guys that just want to go super fast for short periods. I don't know. I don't know really anything about it other than it's a dedicated race wheel, something like a combination of an EX30 type components with a Master. I don't know. Lightweight. Probably not a huge battery. So that's coming out, and then I believe, I'm hoping that the Commander Pro GT Plus is coming out. That's at 168 volt, 4400 watt hour wheel. The last I've heard about it is that it's maybe not going to be released as a full release, but maybe like a limited run release. I don't know. I heard that they were having issues with the Smart BMS, but me and others have provided feedback that, you know, we really don't care about the Smart BMS all that much. You know, does it have a BMS? Is it monitoring? And just let you know if there's a failure, but you know, we don't need to have all the stats. You know, I have multiple wheels now with Smart BMSs, and I never look at the stats. It's only if there's a problem, I guess. But so I don't really care if there's a Smart BMS, frankly. I just want that wheel. Yeah, and hopefully maybe in a couple months. Last I heard, I was gonna get an early version from eWheels. Those are only two wheels that I know of due to come out. You know, so I'm still sticking by my prediction, my best 4 wheels of 2024 video that I put out maybe a couple months ago now. I said the top 4 wheels of 2024, not that they came out in 24, but you know, just still the best, in, you know, in my opinion, obviously, is the Master Pro for super long cruising rides. What was the other one? The EX30 is a kind of a general purpose, long range, kind of do it all wheel. I don't see a replacement for that coming out. Excuse me. Thank you. I said the ET Max actually as a new wheel. I think this is leaving its mark. It's been selling good. I'm pretty sure Liam got like 50 of these, or pre-ordered like 50, and he's sold most of them. He still has them selling, and great prices, by the way. It seems that map pricing that Gawey Bigold wanted to implement to force retailers to sell them at a fixed price. Some of the bigger name dealers decided not to follow that, and Bigold didn't do anything, and consequently EUC Underground is also reducing their prices. So you can get this wheel much cheaper than originally. And finally, the Lynx. I think the Lynx is the best wheel 2024, all-around general purpose wheel to own. I mean, it's just such a beautiful wheel. I'm approaching 1,000 miles on my Lynx too, and I know guys have more miles on the Lynx than that, but I have a lot of wheels to play with. It takes longer for me to build up some miles. But yeah, I think the biggest downside to the Lynx is the pedals, and I've got E-Rides pedals on that, so that solved that issue. Oh, talking about pedals, by the way, when I did the video where I put the E-Rides pedals on this, I had a problem getting out one of the rods, and it was bent, and I blamed Roger, and I still blame Roger. Well, later I actually looked at the
Wow, there's just a lot of pedestrians out here.
at the pedal, and the pedal is warped, twisted. Roger, you destroyed that pedal. Maybe not quite destroyed, but yeah, it looks pretty bad. So it's just another indication of the not so strong nature of some of the pedals that Bigold ships with their wheels. the metal they're using is just too thin. So you know, you probably are going to continue to want to buy some aftermarket pedals. I got to weave between all these people. Yeah, so I don't know. That's the state of affairs with. I mean, we're in the kind of the. I mean, it's May, you know, mid-May. The riding season is upon us for a vast majority of people in the world. Of course, it's always riding season for me in Southern California, but I mean, so the riding season here, the wheels of 2024, they're here. So yeah, I'm sticking by my prediction, my video. I'll follow up at the end of the year, see if I changed my mind about anything. So I'm not anticipating getting any other new wheels except for the Falcon that's coming out. I doubt I'll get the Blitz. I doubt I'll get the Blitz because I mean that's just it's not my kind of wheel. And yeah, I don't know about InMotion, what's going on with InMotion. And for Kingsong, I'm a little down on Kingsong right now. You know, taking apart that S16, the amount of disassembly I had to do is just, I mean, it's a lot. Now, I will say, to change the tire on that wheel, it does look pretty easy. Not a lot of disassembly. In many ways, easier than the S22. Less messy. You don't have to. Yeah. So. But I still don't like the. Slider type mechanism that they're using, Kingsong's using on all their wheels. They gotta get rid of that. They gotta follow what everyone else is now doing. Okay, I gotta weave between a lot of people here. Holding my 9-foot selfie stick. Yeah, they gotta. I mean, yeah, InMotion finally went with.
You're welcome, sweetheart. It looks good on you.
Let's see.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh yeah, I know, right? Because I'm you a spot anyway, so you're good.
You know, InMotion has gone with the linkage system. We'll see the next wheel if they continue that or they go back to their V11, V13 type suspension. We'll see.
Yeah, that would never.
I mean, the S16 suspension, you know, it's working, but having all those, you know, all those wheels in those sliding chambers that just, if you ride it in dirty conditions, it just seems so prone to get all messed up. Coming through on your left. Thank you. Well, my ankle feels okay when I'm not twisting. If I'm riding straight, I'm not really feeling anything. So still don't think I broke anything, but I think I definitely stressed something in there. I'm gonna have to put on ice when I get home. Now I am riding on the Strand, very well-known landmark in Southern California. Beautiful place to come down if you ever, just as a tourist. This is a great place to just come and walk. This goes on for miles. You can just, fun place to come and people watch. All the fun activities on the beach, and then watching all the people watching the people on the beach. Obviously don't ride very fast here. I think they have speed limits, yeah, 8 miles an hour. Well, I don't do that. I'm going 15 right now, but anyway, yeah, keep it mellow. All these houses right here on the Strand, many millions of dollars per house. You just can imagine. Yeah, I just don't know. I really wouldn't surprise me if each one of these is like a $5 million type house. But you got great views. We'll see if I publish this as a 360. I've been trying to do that a bit more lately. It's kind of cool, and in the past it just took so much more power and huge files to create these, but now computers are so much faster. It doesn't take nearly as much effort to create the files, and then you know, I can upload. It only takes me a few minutes to upload a 10 gigabyte file now, so you can enjoy the 360. If you got something like a Quest headset, Quest 2, Quest 3, it's pretty cool to watch any 360 videos like this. It's yeah, it's cool. So again, I want to do that more. I think I'm going to get, I've been shooting the Insta360X camera that I have two of them actually. I damaged one early on and I sent it into Insta360 to repair, and I bought another one to use until I got that one back, and I haven't broken either one since. It's been years now. The camera still works beautiful, as hopefully you can tell from this video. But I want to get the X4 because that thing shoots at 8K, and I've been really impressed with the 360 video produced from that camera. Very impressed. So I want to start shooting some videos with that. It's a heavier camera, bigger and heavier. So it's not ideal to put on the end of this 9-foot selfie stick because of the weight. But I think I'll try it. They do sell a different selfie stick, 9-foot selfie stick too, that I'll probably get that one too for that camera because it's a much beefier, thicker selfie stick, but it's heavier and it's bigger. So that's why I'm not super enthused about that. Alright, end of the pier. My ankle is still hurting. Definitely yeah, it's slowly getting worse, but not super worse. So, but it's sensitive. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I just wanted to thought I'd put out a little vlog type video talking about what's new with me. new wheels, etc. And show you a bit of Southern California. And I will continue riding. Let's see what time it is. It's 11:50. I got another hour and a half before I have to meet the wife. And then we'll go to lunch, find a restaurant down here. We always eat lunch afterwards. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you're getting out and enjoying the summer riding that is upon us, or very soon to be upon you guys, I'm sure. Until next time, safe riding.